Hey, great Monday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, and it's early voting day, right? It is early voting day, and 2 weeks to early voting, and also on Saturday, and then November 5th is election day, and it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one because it is a presidential election, so we're going to have a lot of people going out to vote. So it's just going to be interesting. Right, this morning we were talking about the dynamics of what that actually means in regards to the candidates that are running right now, and it's just going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. No, I got people here at the office, and they're not agreeing with me or saying anything, and I can't say what I want to say right now because I'm on live. And but what I said like right now before 10 times. It's early voting, and the only way that we will win this race is if you come out and vote, and if you get family and friends to come out and vote. It's the only way. Oh my lord! Of course, I'm getting text messages like crazy, but they're from Mexico, so they can't vote. Maybe. Actually, that was one of the things that I actually wanted to do because there's a lot of people that live in Matamoros that are U.S. citizens. Tons. There's a beetle walking across my desk. It's huge. Or is it a cockroach? I don't know what even that is. I don't care. So one of the things I was thinking of doing was like standing on the bridge and to everyone that was crossing, like, go vote, go vote. Because even though they live in Matamoros, they're registered to vote here. But I didn't do that. I didn't do much of anything. Este, I think we saw a video right now where uh, individuals on the other side are out there already holding up signs at the library. I actually have to work. So I told Juan, my assistant, to see if someone we could pay someone to go out there and hold signs for a while. We'll see if they say yes. Those individuals don't want to work unless they're getting paid like $500-600 a week. Sure as hell can't afford that. Marisa can. She's rich. Good morning. Good morning. And Roman was just called me like 5 minutes ago. Like, are we going to do a show? He's not even here. And we're like, yes, we're going to do a show. Although I do have work to do. Unlike Roman, who doesn't work, who's a stay-home dad, or I don't know what the hell he does. Oh my lord. Well, I won't be here Monday, right? There he is.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Roman, you're late.
Well, yeah, because you're busy doing your stupid casino crap, and I'm
Roman,
like, it's already like almost 8:55, and I'm like, why haven't you called? You
someone
haven't texted.
actually work.
We made somebody actually work. You're
Someone
at
is.
the freaking casino. Is what you're doing, and you completely forgot. Oh, I forgot.
I'm at
You
my
don't even
office.
remember talking to me yesterday. That's how drunk and.
Who are you? What's your name?
Hmm,
If your name wasn't there on the bottom of the screen, I wouldn't even know who you are. With all due
hmm.
respect, is that really you in the video that is circulating around? Uh, which video? If you're talking about the video where Eduardo's kissing you on the cheek, you better believe that's me. And is it circulating around? It was circulating around like 3, 4 months ago. Did you see the
Hmm.
video, Roman?
Yes, yeah, the one where he looks really weird and stupid. Yes, I saw the video.
Well, I always look
Cause
good
you posted it yourself. Cause you're
because I
you're
posted it myself. Exactly. And
yeah.
that's what a lot of people don't understand. I posted it myself. It was on my public page. And I would not put something on my public page that was damning or hurtful in any way, shape, or form. The problem is, Hector and everybody else, that video was cut, and pasted together, which is okay. It's fair game because all those little videos are on my page. So if you're referring to the video where Eduardo's kissing my cheek and then I kiss him on the top of his head, that's me, 100%, without a doubt.
Mm,
I said it 3, 4 months ago. I don't even remember when it came out.
mm.
Haven't denied it. Now that people want to use it, and this is what was real weird. I don't judge you guys. No, no, and that's cool. What's so weird is that a lot of the individuals that are sharing the video, they're very, very leftist. And even if that video uh, makes some people think that it is, oh, well, a guy's kissing Erasmo, even then, and like I asked one of the Carlos's fake pages, I like, what do you find offensive about the video? What is it that bothers you? I mean, just say it. And they don't want to say it, Roman, because if they say it, then it totally destroys any narrative that they're trying to push out there in the community. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, because they're leftists, and leftists are supposed to be accepting of other stuff, and they embrace it, and they're like totally okay with it. Is that what you're trying to go with? I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean,
I mean, they're
what?
hypocrites.
Yes,
They say
exactly.
one thing like, "Oh yeah, we all like the rainbow or whatever," and but when it comes to you, they don't for some
Well,
reason.
it doesn't matter what I do. You know, it doesn't matter. Everything is going to be
Yeah.
perceived as negative or incorrect because it's me. If anybody else in the community is doing it, they go like, "Well, we don't care," or they turn a blind eye to it. And I'm praying that a lot of the individuals in the city of Brownsville have understood that it just doesn't matter what is out there circulating. They're always going to try and find something. But again, I don't care. I don't care in the sense that if that's what you want to judge me on, that someone in this all the video shows someone kissed me on the cheek and I kissed on the head. That's the only thing it shows. If that's what you want to judge me on, more power to you.
I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. We were talking about who we were voting for, and I told him I was going to be voting for you, and she says, "Why are you going to vote for him?" And I was like, "Because I am." I told him why. Told her why, and she said, "But when he was on the board, he was spending all his money. He would go on all these trips, every single trip he could possibly go to." And I'm like, "Well, first off, if he was going on these trips on behalf of the district should be paying for those trips, especially if they're required for his training or their conferences. I mean, if if that's your problem, then that just I mean he has to do it. Somebody has to do it.
Well,
What was that noise?
you're required to take certain amount of hours anyway, and
Right, exactly.
you have to go. Now, there wasn't any trips like to Disneyland. There weren't any trips to Colombia that were actually paid by taxpayers. If we did go anywhere, it was because we have to fulfill certain conference hours as a board member. That's basically what it was. But
Right.
again, I didn't take a dime from anyone. Uh, I didn't steal from our students, and I didn't steal from our staff. Unlike a
Mm,
lot of the individuals that are on the board now, and a lot of the individuals that were on the board then. You know,
mm.
right now, like Maggie and all these people are out there like, oh, Carlos is like the savior of BISD, and more power to him. I mean, have they forgotten about the barbacoa mess? Have they forgotten about the ring mess at, I think it was at Porter? Have they forgotten about the scoreboard at Sam Stadium and the EMT program that he was banking on? People forget all that stuff, and that is the reason why Carlos should never have the majority of individuals on the board. Is that simple? Should
Mhm.
not have.
Mhm.
And that's why they're pushing it so hard. That is why Baltasar Salazar is out there buying their signs. That is why a lot of the other vendors out there are paying for a lot of their advertising, a lot of their marketing, because they desperately want them to get back on board. And again, at the end of the day, if I get on the board, that'd be great. If I don't get on the board, I don't care. You know, I'll be okay. I will survive. I'll still be Erasmo Castro. To me, it's not a big deal. To them, it's a big deal because they plan to rake it in. It's just that simple. And again, if you want Carlos to have majority and you want him to make boohoo's of cash off the backs of teachers and students, de modo. Like I've stated before, I'll say again, if people want to eat crap, let them eat crap. You know, if people want the individuals that are currently on the board to come, that's their choice. I'll be okay with it. The moment,
Well, today is early voting starts,
yes,
and there was big controversy over at the library over the weekend because some candidates, for whatever reason, decided they wanted to get a head start in putting up signs at the library.
yeah.
And there were a lot of signs put up on Saturday. Usually they're put up on Sunday night, for Monday. But no, these guys they wanted to get ahead of the game, and so I got a message or call or something. Hey, Roman, just letting you know that we got a complaint that you're a candidate. I'm like, I don't have any candidates. Well, what can't you talk about? Well, you're Republican candidates, Roman. I'm like, oh well, maybe you should tell their county chair, or let them know. And I said, thank you very much for letting me know. But the reason that they let me know is because they understand that I'm not crazy, you know? I'm not nuts like some people are, right, Erasmo? Like you, like you're crazy and nuts. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just that they want to let me know, and they have a relationship with me. And unfortunately, I don't think they have a relationship with the current crew of people because, well, they're not necessarily the most welcoming of people, I guess. Anyway, so they let me know. Like, well, thanks for letting me know. I can't do anything about it, but
Well, I think
but
I
did
saw
you
your
see the
post.
signs?
I think I
Hmm.
saw your post, and it was. I think you were bitching about some Republicans that were out there.
No, I'm
Uh,
not bitching. I'm not bitching. I'm trying to distance
you were
myself from.
informing people.
Well, yeah, I was informing and saying that I'm not one of those people. I'm like I don't condone law breaking, but I also was saying that I don't think the sign ordinance that would the sign law that was passed by John Cowan, the communist, maybe C for communist.
The communists.
I mean, really. I mean, look what this communist mayor has pushed through, and he claims that it's the lawyer doing it, but we all know it's not the lawyer. The lawyer's not sitting around trying to figure out what law to pass. I mean, it's the mayor who did it. The mayor who pushed it through. Freaking commie. Anyway, and so he's the one who passed this law through, and I don't agree with it. I don't. And the reason I don't agree with it is because I think it's limitation of free speech. And the argument that was used by these people, by the communists, to pass the law is that somehow candidates that are running for office and their workers were like, I don't know, going up to people during early voting. Like, oh my God, are you serious? Somebody who was running for office was trying to talk to people on public property? Oh my God, the horror.
Well,
I almost want to do the Augie face. Oh, oh, like, and so what they did was they did this communist rule of you can have only so many signs at the library. I think it's four. The number of the most signs you can have at the library or any city property that's holding an election is four, and the maximum size of those signs can be 4 square feet. And then you have to be. They're going to corner you. They're going to put you in a specific area if you want to have a canopy, and your canopy can only be 10 by 10. And what's strangely written about the law, it almost sounds like you can't even politic during the 24-hour before and the 24 hours after the early voting. They also demand that if you are handing out literature, like push cards or whatever, that every single day you have to go through the library and you have to pick up any of your literature that was left behind. So that and if you don't do it, you're in violation of the law and you can get in trouble and you get fined. So does that mean that if I go out there and I'm handing out things for, oh, I don't know, President Trump, I'm handing out, hey, you just vote for him, and I'm handing out things, and they grab it, and then it's a Democrat, and they throw it. If I don't pick it up, the president is gonna be fined by the city of Brownsville because he didn't come over here to Brownsville and pick up the literature that was behind. I mean, it's insane when you really look at this, but that's what happens when you're run by a communist bunch of communist Democrats. And that's what John is. That's what every member of the commission is. And I know Republicans may not like Brian. I'm not a huge fan of Brian. And may not like Joe Roy de los Santos, but they voted against it because they thought that this was ridiculous and this was a violation of free speech, and it is. But regardless, we still have to follow the law.
Well, let me say, I think I'm the only candidate that's ever been at the library that was actually given a citation. I don't know if you remember, I was given a citation because I was standing instead of walking, and literally there was like seven police cars and like 12 officers to give me a citation because I was standing there. And it was kind of trippy because even the police officer that gave me a citation was a friend of mine. But, they're made, again, nothing against him, but, doing his job because he was told to do it. And it was trippy because I was just walking. And as long as you were walking, you were okay. This is back in the day when I was running for, I think, for mayor. And when I stopped to turn around, oh, you stopped. Here's a citation. I'm going like, I just stopped to turn around, and I got a citation. And someone recently sent me that picture, and then uh, I was called out by the individuals that were working there at the library. They said, "Sir, you cannot walk across uh, the parking lot." I said, "Like what? What do you mean?" He said, "Well, I said I'm not wearing any shirt that says Erasmo. I'm not handing out any material for Erasmo. I'm just walking across. Sir, they recognize you." And we're like, "Bitch, not my fault that they recognize me. I mean, I'm not going to change my face. I'm not going to wear a face mask uh, unless I'm made to by the Biden administration. But it's just my face." And I was called out on that as well. And again, I think that what happens, Roman, is that they attempt to use these ordinances and a lot of, I guess, laws that uh, they
Yes, ordinances are laws. Yes.
are perceived in a certain way, and they'll use it against anyone that does not agree with their mantra or against their candidates. And that's basically the choice that a lot of people have these next 2 weeks. You could choose from the right, or you could choose from the left, or you could vote for Erasmo Castro, who doesn't really give a crap about either group. Because there's two majorities that are fighting to have control of the board at BISD, and that's what you really have to vote for. You vote for one majority, or you vote for another majority, or you have the option of voting for individuals that are going to be free thinkers, are going to be accessible, shut up, are going to be transparent, and are going to communicate with the community. Simple as that. And again, I constantly get asked, like, uh, uh, you know, I mean, are you comfortable with not winning a race, or after I've been unsuccessful in winning a race, I always get these messages and texts and individuals going out there and saying like, "Are you okay?" And we're like, "Yeah." I mean, I'm not in the hospital. I didn't lose an arm or leg. I lost a race. At the end of the day, Roman, again, if people want to continue to eat crap, more power to you. I mean, you're not going to change that. And the big problem here is that we only have Roman, like a very small percentage of individuals that actually go out and vote. What, 8-9% of those that are registered to vote? It changes a little bit with a presidential election. We should have maybe close to 20-25% of the individuals coming out to vote, and that's going to be interesting. Let me say that I saw a post from a friend of mine who I actually, has a little side business. and I actually help out in the side business. And he put up a post saying that, well, I'm going to vote for individuals that were in the classroom, educators. Those are the individuals that I'm going to vote for. I said, like, well, how has that worked out for you? I didn't post on his page to be respectful, but honestly, how has that worked out for the district? I mean, we had Sylvia Atkinson, that was a former educator. We had Prisi, that has worked in education for like so many years. Drew Brown, that was an educator. I mean, how well did that work out for us? A lot of individuals, are out there, with Coach Joe Rodriguez, because all of a sudden, individuals like, well, go to vote for a coach or go to vote for an individual that has worked for the district. How did that work out for you? I mean, though, when Coach was in those majorities, that's when we got all the ring gate, the barbacoa gate, and the scoreboard gate. I mean, is that what you want to continue? More power to you. You truly do have a choice. But it's really weird, Roman. I really really trip out on how individuals,
Your church
they
fine.
forget. O se hacen los pendex, or they forget. They forget about the scoreboard. They forget about Racoa Gate. They forget about Sylvia Atkinson's mess. They forget about all about that. But they sure as heck can go out there and remember that a year ago, Erasmo got a kiss on the cheek. That is the Kardashian factor. That really, really, really is upsetting. This vato is spitting facts. Preach,
Is he talking about you?
I hope, or you, I don't know.
No,
Laws
I'm
that benefit
pretty
them.
sure he's not talking about you because you're not spitting facts.
I got too much for you. I can't say them because we're on live, and they'll probably be shared with my church people. Laws
What are
that
you talking about? What? What? You're not spitting facts. You're not. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm not voting for any Democrats down here anymore. Well, finally,
You don't even know what facts are, Erasmo.
shut up.
You're a bunch of fake news. What you are.
Fake news. I'm
Hey,
trying.
speaking of fake news, did you see the former president at McDonald's yesterday?
Uh,
Doing the price stuff,
I
and
saw.
Democrats are going crazy, and they're like, he's horrible. It's lowering the level of the office of the presidency, and I'm like, guys, how is this any different than when there were during the Iowa caucuses or the Iowa Hawkeye or whatever it's called, and they're at the Iowa State Fair and they're eating freaking corny dogs, and they're out there having
Rick
they're
Perry.
hanging out with butter and doing butter freaking. How is this any different? This is campaigning, guys. Are you upset that because Kamala probably could then claimed that she used to work at McDonald's, even though we have yet to hear from anybody that
No.
ever worked with her at McDonald's? Say, hey, I work with her at McDonald's.
Well, I think that's why Trump went out there and did the McDonald's thing. Although it was just a picture moment. And
It's
look,
all it is, but they're Democrats. They're not. They're crazy. They're upset. They're like, ah.
it's a picture moment that continues to keep alive the fact that Kamala Harris never worked at a McDonald's. She just says she did. And that is what's very, very trippy because, again, people are short minded when it comes to remembering what happened in the past. It's like all these individuals go out there and go, oh no, we need educators to be on the board. I mean, name me one educator that has actually done a good job whilst on the board. I challenge my friend, I challenge anyone out there. One educator that has actually done a good job is when they
So,
transition.
if this friend of yours is gonna vote for party because he went on the board, I looked at his campaign finance report. I think he struggles doing math.
Oh, did he finally post one?
No, I'm telling you the one that I saw, the one that that he sent on July, where I think he struggles to do math, and I just do because based on the I mean, hey, not everybody can be a math person, but I mean, he said that he was a science teacher, and I think you do a little bit of math when you're doing science, right?
A little bit.
A little bit. I don't know. I mean, maybe he's had difficulty filling out paperwork. I don't know. Maybe he has a condition that I'm not aware of. I don't know. Maybe he was a football player and got hit in the head too many times or something. I don't. I honestly have no clue.
I am horrible at math,
I know you are. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
very horrible at math, and
But I mean, doesn't he have people that
well,
can help him with fill out these forms? But they're gonna vote for him because he was in the classroom. Natch.
and this
Okay.
friend of mine is that is voting for the Nelda. The what's the other educator that's running? Well, of course,
Victor, the one that tried to beat you up.
Victor, the one that wanted to beat me up. I forgot about him. Uh, they they're voting for them despite the fact that they lied on their campaign finance report, and that really, it really is interesting. Why would you vote for an individual?
Does this person even know? Maybe this person doesn't. It's your job to educate people about these things.
Well, we've tried, Roman, but
No, but this particular individual.
well, you know what? I don't care. But what I'm trying to say is, if they lied to you now while they're running for office, how do you expect for them to tell you the truth once they're in office? Because once they're in office, they're not even going to give you the time of day. That's the difference. Because I challenge anyone out there that voted for like Sylvia Atkinson or Drew Brown as to come forth and say, hey, she was accessible to me. And they weren't. And those were educators. But you see, they were educators. Again, people have a choice. You have a choice of voting for individuals that have proven to be non-truth speakers, or individuals that tell you the truth even if you don't like what they're saying. And again, I will be okay no matter the results of uh, this election. I'm going to be okay. I was okay after the previous loss. Traveled the world. Este, you
But
know,
I don't know why you continue to always say this. Then
well,
when you're running for office, you always think that you should vote this way. I'm like, I'll be okay. I'll be fine. You don't have to vote for me. Like, why does anybody want to vote for you at that point,
well,
Erasmo?
well,
You're not
because
really giving people a reason to want to vote for you. You're like, yeah, I'll be fine. I
well,
just travel.
well, because a lot of the individuals think that once you lose a race, that it's done and you're over with. I'll still be at Erasmo Castro. I'm going to be okay.
Yeah, but
The community be okay. Will the BISD be okay? And the city of Brownsville. I mean, I ran for the city of Brownsville and did very well actually. Came in third. I think I came 200 votes short of Jessica Tetro, who is supporting, I think, the Farley people, the Carlos Elizondo people, which I really, really baffles my mind. But again, she can do whatever she wants. But I only came within 200 votes, I think, of Jessica Tetro. She spent $250,000. I spent 500. And again, do you want a candidate that is going to be in the pockets of the uh, special interest vendors, consultants? More power to you. Can anyone out there say that the Victor Caballeros, the Neldas, the Minervas, and the Farleys, can anyone actually say that they did not receive money from vendors? And the fact is, no, they can't, because there's no campaign finance report, Roman. There's none. Or Victor Caballero and Nelda were bold enough to go out there and say zero. And that's a bold faced lie.
I mean, I really have a real problem with that, and every voter should have a real problem with that. And like I was telling you, I was talking to my friend yesterday, and I told him about that. They're like, "What? Point zero? Really? Like what?" I'm like, I mean, like these signs cost money, right? Like, yeah, man, there's a lot of signs for everybody. Like, exactly. So why are they not reporting it? Oh, Roman, maybe it was because it was their own money and they're not reporting it. Like, well, they're required to report whenever they use their own money. Really, they are? Yes. There's actually a part of the form where you say campaign expenses from personal funds. You have to report it.
Something. They
Mhm.
reported nothing. Zero.
Exactly. And they're not
Now,
even, yeah, exactly. So I just want to know where they're getting their money from and where they're spending their money at. That's all I
well,
want to know.
at the end of the day, Roman,
And it's not that I want to mind my own, that I'm not minding my own business. They're legally required to.
they have to.
It has
But
nothing to do with mind your business, Roman. Like, doesn't matter. No,
but again,
no,
do you want
they,
to vote for someone? Oh, there. They were former teachers or principals. You want to vote for someone that in the past were educators, but now are literally lying to you. More power to you. More power to you. Again, Victor Caballero put zero on his campaign finance report. Nelda put zero on her campaign finance report. Zero. Well, I had just gone to one of Victor Caballero's meet and greets. Nelda had a couple of them herself. Zero. What about all the signs? Did they just magically appear? Let me tell you, they will magically make disappear any possibility of teachers actually getting decent salaries, or uh, stop the school closings just because the individuals, as Juan mentions, in the Glass Palace continue to make crazy amounts of money. More power to you. So that's what I'm getting at, Roman. Look, I'm going to be okay. In regards to me as an individual, I will be okay. I mean, I'm still going to have to pay the crazy taxes that BISD is charging uh, individuals here. And then they're going to vote for that bond. It's going to happen. I mean, no matter what anyone says, it's going to happen. It doesn't even matter, Roman, which of the two sides win. If Carlos's little slate wins, if the Daniela individuals come out and win, they're still going to go out there and try to get a bond in
But
order.
it's going to be up to the voters to decide whether they want to pass that bond or not. Ultimately,
We'll see, because at the end of the day, a lot
what do
of
you mean? We'll see.
we'll
That's
see.
how it works. It's not.
Well,
They can't just go out for a bond on their own unless you
what
know.
I'm trying to say, Roman, is we'll see, because when they increase the tax for us to get a performing arts center, they had the boardroom jam packed with individuals begging the
Oh,
board,
yeah, I remember that. Yes,
please
I
increase
remember.
their taxes. And I was just amazed that you had a boardroom completely full of individuals saying, raise our taxes because we want a performing arts center. They raised your taxes. And what happened to the performing arts center?
Yeah. Well,
No.
it's just like what happened with the zoo. They jam packed it with people from other communities. Save our zoo! Save our zoo! Give us your land. Not give us, sell us your land because we just save our zoo. And then they secretly talk about a hotel, and they're like, "What hotel? There's no hotel. It's not gonna be a hotel. We're probably not gonna be a hotel, but there's gonna be a hotel." We tried to tell them there's gonna be a hotel. It's part of the plan. No, no, you're. It's all fake news. It's like, no, look, you hit the map. It's like right there. You see a little square block right there. That's gonna be a hotel.
And it's crazy, but it's always about the hotel. When they were trying to pass the arena thing, it was about a hotel. When they were when they went before the board, and I was on there when they went, it was because of a hotel. So it wasn't surprising to me to, magically a hotel appeared after the fact, that they've already had their press conference and made no mention of a hotel. And all of a sudden, once it gets passed, we're going to build a hotel. And they're going to build a hotel. They're going to build this little shopping center with cafes and everything. More power to the city of Brownsville, but it's not what they said they were going to do. They wanted Cummings. They wanted that football field. They wanted the parking area for animals to increase, to not lose accreditation. And again, they lied then. Why should individuals think that they're not going to lie once they get into office? And again, more power to the people. I will be okay no matter what. But I do want individuals to go out and vote. Uh, yeah, a lot of the individuals that don't vote are probably the most vociferous. And that's really very interesting, because just BISD, Roman, with the number of individuals that they have working at BISD, if they actually came out and vote with their families, they could control every single election, even the state representative election, even the state senate election. If the individuals that work at BISD actually came out and vote with their family and friends, they could control everything. But they don't. They don't come
Well,
out and
many of them will be voting this election just because it's a presidential election year in November. They all want to come on and say they voted for president, but they won't.
vote.
But yeah,
I'm going to
did
say
you?
maybe at the most 25% of
Mm.
registered voters here in Cameron County. will actually come out and vote. Brownsville, Texas will actually come out and vote.
Mm.
And it's trippy because we really have like 11 days, no, 13 days to vote, including Saturday. 13 days to vote, and we get 25% at the most. Mexico has 1 day of voting, 1 day, Matamoros, and they came out with 86% of the individuals that were registered to vote in Matamoros actually come out and vote. And that really is very, very trippy. Should we go back to 1 day of voting instead of 13 days of voting, Roman? I don't know. Maybe individuals would appreciate it more. But 13 days of voting, and we get at
And
the
not to
most,
mention the mail voting,
oh,
where you get to start mailing in your ballot like a week before the election, or get your ballot anyway. I mean,
a week before early voting.
mm,
I know because some individuals stopped by the office saying, that, we've got our mailing ballot. I said, you know who to vote for. And
mm.
uh, mailed it in. And again, more power to the people.
Wait, they could drive to your office, but they can't drive to a voting location to go vote in person?
Well, they voted for me, so I don't care.
Well, it's just so annoying. That's all we have to do a mail-in ballot and like just vote in person. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about some of the other races that are out there other than the BIT races. Have you seen the cockroach ad?
Yes. I think you said you tagged me on it or you said to me, can't remember.
I
But
didn't do that actually, but
I
okay.
see the cockroach ad. I thought that was kind of a little, that was kind of on the trippy side.
Trippy's. You use the word trippy and no one knows what that means. What do you mean trippy? What the fact that
Well,
did you think you had a cockroach on your TV screen
well, they were
or your
trying to say
phone?
that Adam Hinojosa had a failed business that was constantly cited for roaches. And I'm going like, that's stretching it a little bit. There's roaches everywhere. And like every time we post, and again, I know this because I get those posts. Every time I get a post about, oh, there's a roach at McDonald's, or there's a roach at Burger King, or there's a roach here and there, individuals come out and say like, there's roaches everywhere. And that's a fact. There's roaches everywhere. It doesn't much matter how.
But that's fair. That's a fair point. But I'm not gonna. This isn't necessarily about Adam. But if you get cited for roaches and gnats and bugs, that means you don't. Where's your bug dude?
Well,
You're supposed to have a bug dude.
well, my thing with the thing was, what do roaches have to do with any decision that the individual is going to make while in the Senate? And again, I mean, more power to the people. I
But
guess.
you didn't watch the ad then.
Oh, screw you, Roman.
No, no, screw you, Erasmo. You didn't. It wasn't even just. You make it seem like it was just about the end
Oh,
road. No,
that
no, no,
the
no,
roach
dude.
the one that caught my attention.
Well,
All that,
yes, but
all
the other
that
one. Did you read
about
Did you see the other
taxes,
ones?
the
Uh huh.
fines and everything else, going like, uh, look, the fines that individuals get from
You're just defending because you don't want to pay your taxes as a business owner when they come over here to do your little
Frisco
tax
Joe.
office thing. Is
And
that
let me
what it
tell you,
is?
I fight Cameron County. Cameron
Okay.
County,
All right. You fight.
Cameron County comes to my office and they take
Okay.
pictures.
Yeah. Let's not. Yeah. And I
And
don't
they'll
want to
tax
rehash it
you,
because we've been talking about
they'll
38
tax you
minutes or whatever.
$100 because you have furniture. Screw you. And I
Oh.
tell them, I'm not
Oh.
going to pay
Okay.
you
All
anything.
right.
And I haven't paid any of
Anyway,
them.
let's talk about the ad.
And I refuse to because they want to come into my office where I have stuff that I've bought from La Pulga, uh, the actual Pulga, or stuff that I've gotten from friends and stuff, and they want to tax my desk and my printer. Screw Cameron County.
Okay, so anyway, the ad wasn't just about the cockroaches, although that was funny. Oh, Jale, you do this all the time. Like you talking and you don't even pay attention to what I have to
I,
say.
I,
And then
I
people over here
it's
commenting and saying
not
like, "Oh,
only about the roaches. It's about how you're not even listening to what I'm saying. I am listening to what you're saying, Roman.
no, you're over there listening to it."
Unlike you, I could multitask. I could do more than one thing at a time.
I don't know how you can if somebody else is talking. No, you don't. That's not even true. You couldn't even remember. You were so pisteado last night and drunk last night at your freaking casino. You couldn't remember that we talked last night.
I
I didn't know
didn't
you were going on a show tonight.
did not go to casinos. I went to one.
No, that's not true. You
I didn't
told me
go
last night I'm at the casino. Like, and
to
I'm even told you as your friend, you need to stop
casinos.
going.
You said casinos with an S at the end. I did not go to casinos. I went to one.
Okay, I thought you said wedding. I heard you say you went to a wedding. That's what
No,
I
I
heard you
went
say.
for a wedding in Monterrey.
Okay. Well, okay, you went to a well, you went to a casino, and you need to stop as your friend.
I like
You need to
casino.
stop. I know
When I
you're good. Yeah, I think you're getting addicted. I'm
when I go to
concerned about
Planet,
your addiction.
not addiction. When I go
Yeah,
to
every time I call you, I'm at a casino.
when I go to every time I call you, Roman, you call me like 3, 4 times a freaking day, Roman.
That's not true. That one, that's not even true, you liar. And no, no, I rarely call you. I rarely call you. I called you this morning because you hadn't sent me. I called you last night. No,
Roman,
nobody can read anything.
Roman,
That's not.
Roman,
No, I know that's not true. That's
Roman,
not true.
Roman, Roman, Roman,
No,
Roman,
no, that's not even true.
times Roman, Roman. Look, that's right there. That's the fruit. Roman, Roman, Roman.
No, stop,
You remember that commercial?
stop.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. That's Roman,
That's
Roman,
not
Roman.
true. And not even true. Nobody can see it. Like you're lying. Anyway, I just don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to like lose all your money.
Roman, I don't have any money.
I know. Then why are you going to a casino? They're gonna take all of it from you.
Let's go.
You know the house always wins. You don't.
Let's go to the comments because I actually have people here waiting for me. If
Now
you
you want to go to the comment because
thank
I'm trying to. I'm doing an intervention for you, Erasmo. I'm trying to do an intervention.
you, Roman. But
You're welcome. It's
intervention, you
because you're my friend. I care about you.
individual.
Some
Uh,
people care about you, not others.
Posted their campaign finance reports. They haven't. I mean, last time I checked, they hadn't. We the Democrats are eating the dogs and cats. The Haitians, not the Democrats. The Haitians. Grab them by the kitty cat. Ah! Hello, my friend.
Hey,
Hola.
Rudy.
I actually visited Ruli. He said he was working at Oaks uh, Grill. I'm gonna say grill. I'm not gonna say bar grill. But I actually bought some hamburgers there that day.
What are
Yeah,
you doing over there? I thought you were doing Ubering or something.
no, I went there after work. I went
No,
to.
not you. Him. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. I didn't know you were working.
I think he's doing marketing for him. I think stuff like that.
Oh, okay, okay.
I like you and Roman. Great info and conversation. Thank you.
Okay.
No,
Thank you, Nora. I appreciate it.
fact of the matter is, we don't need unhinged people who can't control themselves on the school board. No matter who says what, it's never okay to throw punches. And Victor Caballero did. Although it's kind of trippy because after he loses his race, Roman, I'm going to take that clip where Farley's like dragging him out, where he goes like, and I'm going like the agony of defeat.
It's funny.
I should have my election watch party at Oak. Let's do it
He's not gonna have an election watch party. He'll be on here doing election night return.
always. La VSD will never be fixed. Way too many ratas in that place. All of the top administrators are in on everything. I agree with
Where
you.
is Oaks anyway? Really?
It's on Pablo Quisel, that little plaza.
Oh,
Zoos are unethical. Yeah, they're horrible. I like zoos. Go Longhorns.
yeah, I know, right? It was a crappy ass game. Can
I,
Can I just say that I don't understand why Sark continues to play Quinn. He's uncomfortable in the pocket. He's throwing lazy throws. Everyone knows he can't throw a deep ball right now because of those oblique, and you're limiting Sark's offense. Take him out, make sure he's healthy, and put in Arch. Keep Arch. Don't
no,
keep Arch for 2 series and surprise him.
it's the individuals that are
Sorry.
registered to vote. Out of registered individuals that are able to vote, only 8% actually go and vote. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Gotta go to the comments. I've got clients here. By the way,
You
I'm
see,
glad
we would have spent 38 minutes talking about
43 minutes.
repeated stuff like you say like almost every show.
Read between the lines, Roman.
It's the truth. I'm only just saying it's the truth.
Oh my God, Roman, are you a friend of Erasmo? Stop
I'm his friend. I just worried about him spending all his money he doesn't have.
Roman, you haven't donated to my campaign yet.
I'm not donating to your campaign so I can go to your casino. No.
Screw you, Roman. You're supposed to give me $100. Ted Cruz is the reason we lost every game he goes
He
to.
wasn't there. And what you know what's really bad about that stupid meme? He goes to plenty of games and they win. Like, give me a break.
Roman,
Like,
thanks.
and regardless, he wasn't at the game. And you know what he did? He tweeted out, all I know is that if I were at the game, they would be winning. And I think he's right. I think he's right.
Yeah, yeah. He major influences the quarterback.
I know, right? Like, he totally
And,
influenced him.
the running backs. Texas Longhorns are in trouble. Guys, Roman, I actually have work. Thank you for coming on.
Yes, I know. If you wouldn't have been, whatever.
We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9
Maybe.
a.m.
I don't know. You can just sit here by yourself and talk about the same thing over and over and over again and bore people to death and get lower ratings. But yeah,
No,
maybe.
no. When you're on, we get amazing ratings despite what Captain Bob says.
Oh, how's Captain Bob?
He's grabbing him by the guys. Have a great day. Go out and vote. Go out and vote for Erasmo. Go out and vote for Marisa. Go out and vote for Jessica. Again,
Jessica Tetro? She's on the ballot?
who would have
Oh,
thought
okay.
the professor would ever say that? Victor Caballero is a piece of trash. Guys, be good to each other. Continue.
Ooh. Oh, Augie. Ooh.